Through 12 weeks of the season, we have quite the battle going on for the second wild card spot in the NFC, and we're going to break it down and tell you which team's going to get it in this week's Game Time Decision. I'm joined by senior editor Eric Edholm. And Eric, we are assuming that either the Packers or Bears are going to get that first wild card spot in the NFC. So you got 6 teams with 5 or 6 wins going for the second. Seattle, Minnesota, New Orleans, Washington, Dallas, and Tampa Bay. Of those teams, which team do you have?
I'm really kind of vacillating between two right now, and I really think the Redskins, if they were at 6-5, I'd be picking them. The fact that they're below 500 right now, still have some work to be done. They were 3-6 of 1-2 straight. I think I'm hesitating a little bit. The schedule's okay. I mean, if they get past this game against the Giants, no easy trip, no question about it. It's going to be a huge game, and the division still is at stake. They've got a lot to play for, but versus Baltimore, at Cleveland, at Philadelphia. A couple lay-down games there. And who knows, the Cowboys in Week 17, they could be dead by that point as well, and they've already beaten them once. So I'm hesitating to pick them because I've also got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At 6-5, I thought they were going to beat Atlanta. I'm a little surprised they didn't, actually. And their schedule's a little tougher. But who knows? The Saints could be out of it in Week 15. The Rams are probably going to be dead in Week 16. You know, the Falcons may lay down in Week 17, division wrapped up. So those are the two teams right now that I'm thinking about most.
I noticed you did not pick Seattle with their 6 wins the way they're playing. They were kind of the first team that came to my mind. You look how well they've played at home. They got 3 of their last 5 are at home, and one of those road games is in Toronto against Buffalo. So maybe they won't have their road problem since it's in Canada. We're not sure how that might work for them. But the Seattle Seahawks certainly a team. The two teams, though, that seem to be able to rule out easily are Minnesota and New Orleans. Just brutal schedules for them down the stretch, and the Saints obviously didn't help themselves out by losing on Sunday.
I felt like they had to win out. I mean, and they're still a hot team, and I still think that offense can carry them through a couple games. I hesitated on Seattle. As you know, they were one of my preseason picks for the playoffs. Really felt good about them. The pending 4-game suspensions, we'll have to see if the appeals process holds up, but they're 2 starting cornerbacks, so I think dictate the way they play on defense. As well as Russell Wilson is playing, I just had to hesitate a little bit on them.
When you talk about Washington, Tampa, and Seattle, 3 young quarterbacks in there. You got 2 rookies in Russell Wilson, Robert Griffin III. Josh Freeman, still considered a young quarterback, and that team is really, the offense is led by a first-year player and running back Doug Martin, a lot of rookies on that Tampa Bay defense. And then you go to the Cowboys. That's a veteran-laden team that's had so many tough losses this season, most recently the one on Thanksgiving to Washington. Their team you cover, handicap their chances, because this is a team that's certainly in desperation mode with Jason Garrett and a lot of these players fighting for their jobs.
I feel like they can't get all 45 or 46 players they have on game day playing in simpatico, in sync, all at the same time. I feel like one guy like Des Bryant has the breakout game on Thanksgiving. There are other breakdowns. Sure, they've had injuries too, but the fact that they've staked 4 teams to double-digit first-half leads this year makes me think if you can do that at home and just let teams sort of run all over you early before you have to storm back and try to steal a win, you're not equipped for the playoffs.
We'll make you pick here, Washington or Tampa Bay. If you had to pick one of those teams to get that 6th seed, who do you got?
I really love the Tampa Bay team. I think they're a stronger roster top to bottom, but I also love Robert Griffin III. I'm going to go Tampa Bay. They have the extra win, and just that squad, that whole thing that Greg Schiano's built there.
Well, I'll stick with the Seahawks. I know the cornerback suspensions are definitely a concern, and they got a big game against the Bears this weekend. But I like the way Russell Wilson's played. And keep in mind, it's a team that's already beaten the Packers and the Patriots, both at home. But giant killers, they've shown that they can do it. I like Seattle to get that 6th spot. Who do you think is going to get the second wild card spot in the NFC? Let us know in the comment section on our YouTube page and head to our website at profootballweekly.com.